Hello everybody and welcome back to another flight video. I'm Keegan of Full Power Toga, and today we're going to be flying from Queenstown to Christchurch in New Zealand. So opposite side of the world from where I'm from. Obviously, as you can tell by my accent, I'm American. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll get this plane loaded up. We'll get the APU on, and then we'll be on our way. Alrighty, so we got the APU started. I got the flight management system all set up and everything. Taking off runway 23, and for our taxi, we're actually going to do a backtrack of runway 23 since A320 is too big to take any of the taxiways rather here. Here's our takeoff data. We're using Toga for takeoff. Flaps 1, 128, 128, and 145 for our speeds. Flight plan is in. We're going to take the ANPA 4 Bravo departure, which is kind of fun. We'll take off. We'll make a left-hand turn and then do a big circle around as we're gaining altitude to fly out of Queenstown here. I think aside from that, we're pretty much ready to go. Pushback has popped up. We're going to push back with nose to the left, tail to the right. And we'll get these engines started, and we'll get out of here. All right, they're ready for us to release the parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, we are cleared to start the engines. We'll go to ignition start, and we'll get engine number 1 spooling up. All right, we have a good engine start on engine number 1. We'll go ahead and get engine number 2 started here. Flip the switch. And are into a spooling for the right engine.
Each door is equipped with an evacuation slide that can be detached from the aircraft and used as a raft. All exits are clearly marked with a sign overhead. If necessary, floor level lighting will illuminate the aisle to help you find the exit. Please take a moment now to locate your push to exit and remember APU behind you. If there is a change in cabin pressure for
Alrighty, we have 2 good engine starts. We can start going through our after start flow here. Get the auto brake to maximum. Speed brakes armed. We'll turn our start switch back to norm. We'll go to flight controls. Make sure everything looks good there. And it does. We need a nose down trim of 1.0 for takeoff. We'll go ahead and select flaps 1. Make sure our seatbelt signs are on. I always forget that. And we'll do our TO config test. Oh, there we go. I hit the TO config before it was ready, but TO config is good, normal, and we are ready to taxi. So like I said, it'll be a backtrack, runway 23, and we'll do a loop at the end, and we'll be out of here. All right, we're coming up on the end here. We'll go ahead and do this little turnaround here at the end. We'll see how good my turn on to center skills are. To get some power into the engines. There's no turnaround point down here, so I'm just glad I don't go off the runway. Alrighty. So we'll get lined up here. Go ahead and flip on our landing lights. Our strobes and everything are already on for being on the runway. So everything's good there. Our flaps are already set. Speed brakes armed. TL config is normal. Start the chrono. Let's go 50% on the throttles. We'll let them spool up. And we're stable. Toga. There's 100 knots. And our V1 rotate. We got a positive climb, so we'll bring the gear up. We'll go ahead and start this left-hand turn. Just hand flying it for now. Let's go back to climb. Should be climb set. All right, we're just coming through 10,000 feet, so we'll come up and get the landing lights off. Outside of that, everything is good and set up here. I guess we can turn on the weather radar. Don't think there'll be very much weather we'll come across, but it doesn't hurt anything. So we just have this last right turn on the departure, and then we'll be climbing out of here. We have a restriction at 25,000 feet. And then we'll be on our way up to 31,000 feet. So sit back and relax. I'll catch back up with you guys when we make it to cruise. And we'll be on our way up to Christchurch.
Gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
All right, we've made it up to our cruising altitude of 31,000 feet. As you can see, top of descent is quickly approaching. Not a very long flight at all. So let's go ahead and jump down here real quickly and get our approach stuff plugged in. Don't worry, I'm going to give you guys a montage. Don't you worry. It'll happen. We're going to be landing Christchurch runway 20. We're going to take the ILS runway 20 with the DOPK3 Bravo. Arrival? No VIA and no transition. So we'll get that inserted. Check our flight plan here. Make sure everything is plugged in nice, like no discontinuities or anything. The arrival is going to take us straight into the approach, which is going to be nice. All right, we have that plugged in. Pushes our top of descent back just a little bit. So I think with that, we'll go ahead and jump outside, get the montage going, get you some outside shots, and then we'll make our way down into Christchurch. So sit back, relax, and I'll catch back up with you when we're on the descent.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Alrighty, so we're coming up towards the end of the arrival here. So we can go ahead and get set up for the landing. We'll go ahead and use auto brake low. I'm not too concerned about stopping. We'll just make good use of the reversers if we need to. We'll set auto brake low. Come down here, arm the speed brakes. We'll be landing with flaps 4 today. If we go to our approach phase, we can see our minimums are 293. Got the winds in there. Our V approach is going to be 130. VLS is 125. We're configured for full. So now it's just a matter of bringing it in. Once again, we're using the ILS, so we can go ahead and get the LS activated as well. So we'll be able to get our localizer and glide slope in. Now it's just a matter of flying it in, getting on the approach, and getting this thing on the ground. Alright, we're just about to make our turn on the final here. I pulled our speed back to 160. We went ahead and went flaps 2. Here's that turn on the final. We'll go ahead and arm the approach. It should drop us at a good rate to grab the glide slope. There we go. We got localizer captured. Glide slope is captured. Making this beautiful turn here. There is Christchurch right there. That's the runway we're going to be landing.
2,500.
There's 2,500. Let's go ahead and jump outside and get the gear down. All right, we can go ahead and go FMS managed mode. Start pulling our speed back. Let's go ahead and speed check flaps 3. We'll let flaps 3 come in. And let's go ahead and go flaps full. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and take control of the plane. We'll see if I can do a better landing than I did in the A320 on my last live stream. So I'm not having to touch the throttles at all. I'm just gonna leave it in auto throttle. Let the autopilot manage the throttle. I'm just gonna fly the glide slope
1,000.
so we get a little bit closer, then I'll switch over to the Pappies. A little bit to the left and a little bit low. I feel comfortable about where we're at.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue,
500.
stabilize.
$400. 300. 200. 100. 40, 30, 20, retard, re-10, 5.
And we're down. We'll go reversers. Reversers are green. We'll get some reverse power coming in. And we're on the decel. There's 60 knots. We'll bring the reversers out. And 40 knots. We'll bring out the auto brakes. We'll vacate here off to the left, and then we'll go park it up at the gates. Alright, we'll go ahead and swing this right-hand turn. We'll pull it into this gate right here. This is default scenery at Christchurch, so I wasn't even gonna bother messing around with GSX to try to figure out which gate it is. GSX can do its thing once we get to the gate. Pull it in here, we'll get the taxi light off. It's done the MSFS thing of deciding to slam on the brakes. That's alright. We're pulled up right here. Should be good right there. We'll go ahead and set the parking brake. Jump up here, make sure the APU is on. APU bleed is on. And we'll shut her down.
Maintenance, we're here first. Yep, first, I understand.
The doors are verified.
Alrighty, we've made it here to Christchurch with a beautiful sunset in the background. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry this video is a day late. I do want to shout out Price. I don't know how to say your last name and your YouTube username. I apologize, but Price requested this flight, so if you're watching this one's for you, dude. Thank you so much for the support. New videos every Monday, so if you enjoy these flight videos, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below what you think, what you want to see. I'll do my best to provide. So thank you for tuning in. It means the world. You all stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you all in the next one. We'll see ya.